What?
Thank you guys so much.
Any dessert?
Oh, no.
I don't want any dessert.
Can you separate it? I got the birthday girl and my wife.
Separate checks. Dang, I'm sorry, you're the only man at this table. Why are we doing separate checks? It's all women here.
No, but I'm not responsible for paying everybody. I got the birthday girl.
You invited everybody.
You invited all of us.
I didn't invite you. Ernestine invited you. Okay, I'm responsible for who I brought.
Okay, you're the only man at the table.
I'm sorry, hold on. We was all doing Russian roulette, paying with credit cards and all that. Now all of a sudden you want to split checks? We doing split checks now?
That was 2021.
Y'all
okay?
wait.
Things were different.
Not 21.
But I didn't sign up for that. Okay, there's nobody else doing
But you
the.
participate.
I know we ain't got shit. I know.
Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. This is my birthday, for real. Don't.
Okay, well,
we're
it's
not-
all matter to me because I didn't have anything.
No.
I didn't get nothing.
Wait a minute, but you
It's
still
Donnie's
came.
birthday.
Wait a minute. We're not
I
doing
don't
this.
pay for nothing that I didn't get.
But you
No,
came
but you
though.
sat
so
at
you
the
still-
table.
But you don't pay for a seat.
Okay, well, let's, no.
Listen,
There's
I don't
gratuity
care. I don't
and
care.
everything on this
I don't care how y'all do
I
it.
didn't order have anything. I just showed up.
Well, I'm sorry. Dave, but you always pay, like, you're the only man at the table. You're not going to pay the check?
If it's,
Seriously.
but I'm not obligated. I got my whole family.
It's $700 for this whole table, and it's my birthday.
This is your podcast co-host. This is your
Only
best friend.
$700.
It's only Shan.
You being cheap.
Are you kidding me right
He's
now?
honestly being cheap right now.
Okay, first.
No, if that was the case, I'd have just took you out
Are
so
you
much for your
gonna
birthday.
sit, Dre? Are you gonna let him sit here with a whole table full of women?
I really feel like it's not his responsibility, and when y'all get a husband,
I'm married.
I'm sorry. I do have a husband, though. Hold on, wait a minute.
Thank
I do have a
y'all.
husband.
So Donnie, you're good because it's your birthday, but the
Y'all
rest of y'all,
so
we want to chip in.
We're good.
Y'all are so
But you
embarrassing.
can.
Let me get
You
out
need
of
to leave.
here.
Not us splitting checks.
You need to leave.
I'm not paying for anything. I'm not paying for anything.
No,
He's
you
the man
ate.
at the
You
table.
had a couple drinks.
That's,
You know what?
that's some bull.
I'm not paying for anything.
I'm going to tell you tomorrow.
No, he's the man at the table. He needs to pay.
Can you please separate the check, please?
No, because I'm saying that's ghetto. Like, you don't come to no establishment like that talking about splitting checks. I don't do that. I don't split checks. That's
Thought
really
you were
ghetto.
the podcast king. Thought you were the podcast king.
We gotta get a car. It's out here, so we'll go this way. That's ghetto as hell. Like, when you get money, like, you just supposed to take care of stuff. Like,
Welcome to the wall, brothers. I must say that in life, situations can happen, but also, due to simps, you can find yourself in an uncomfortable situation. It appears that this is staged, but there are several takeaways from here. This happens with men who want to be involved in everything a woman does without giving her any space. Because if your woman tells you she's going to be with her friends, why on earth would you go when you don't see any other men? It's good if something like this happens to you. On the other hand, many women have the habit of doing this to simps. They extend an invitation, say their friend can come, and the simp immediately cancels and agrees. The worst part is he takes them to an expensive restaurant so they can spend and order everything, take photos for their Instagram to pretend they have a life they don't have. The worst part is that in those photos, everything is present except you. Brother, if a woman tells you she'll bring a friend on a date with you, you should say you'll bring a friend too, or cancel the date, because she's not interested in you. If you see that you're on a date, and a friend joins you, be clear from the beginning that it will be separate bills. If she says you're not a man if you don't pay for her, with that high-value men's manipulation, you say, "Will you sleep with me tonight then? Because if not, I have no commitment to you."
I don't want to do that.
Can you separate it? I got the birthday girl and my wife.
Tags and everything.
Separate checks. Dang, I'm sorry. You're the only man at this table. Why are we doing separate checks? It's all women here. You got a
No,
check.
but I'm not responsible for paying everybody. I got the birthday
But
girl.
you invited everybody.
You invited all of us.
I didn't invite you. Ernestine invited you. Okay, I'm responsible for who I brought.
Okay, you're the only man at the table.
You're the at the table. You're not gonna pay the check?
If it's,
Seriously.
but I'm not obligated. I got my whole family.
It's $700 for this whole table, and it's my birthday.
This is your podcast co-host. This is your best friend.
$700.
It's only Shan.
You being cheap.
Are you kidding me right now?
Honestly, being cheap right now.
Okay, first.
No, if that was the case, I'd have just took you out.
Are you
for
being
your birthday.
Dre? Are you gonna let him sit here with a whole table full of women?
I really feel like it's not his responsibility, and when y'all get a husband,
I'm married.
I'm sorry. I do have a husband though. Hold on, wait a minute.
Thank
I do have a
y'all.
husband.
So Donnie, you're good because it's your birthday, but
Y'all
rest of
so
y'all, we gotta
embarrassing.
chip in.
We're good. Y'all are so
But you
embarrassing.
can't.
Let me get out of here.
Not us splitting checks.
You need to
No,
leave.
I'm not paying for anything.
Okay, so to reiterate, this man and his wife get a group together to go out for their friend's birthday. But because she's the only one who brought a man, they're all going to pile on him, expecting him to pay the entirety of the $700 bill, then proceed to shame her for not agreeing that he, aka they, should pay that entire $700 bill just because he happens to have a Y chromosome. The birthday girl in particular, although they all seem to think they're the birthday girl all of a sudden, seems to think that it's embarrassing. What's embarrassing is a group of grown-ass, independent women acting like everyone else's man owes them something. I'm starting to understand why no one else had a man to bring. This right here is the definition of single women keep each other single. This couple, though, shout out to this couple. He helped his wife plan what should have been a lovely night out with friends, and even though it didn't end that way through no fault of their own, I can tell that that couple is going to be together for a very long time, unlike the superficial sisterhood of the traveling entitlement there.
Brother, a woman will always use shame, insults, and belittling as weapons against you. The truth is, I don't know if the woman did right or wrong, because in my eyes, she did nothing with her harpy friends. If your woman knows what her friends are like, she loves you, she should have gotten you out of that situation. Not only that, when she saw her friends sticking the entire bill on the man, she didn't say anything. A woman who respects her husband should take a stand in that moment and put everyone in their place. But what she did was stay silent while her damn friends insulted your man, the father of her child. That's why I don't see any care for him from her. Another woman would have said, "You pay for yourselves," and she would have stood her ground or removed those friendships from her life. One thing I do agree with is, stay single, brothers, because these modern women who think they're empowered and of high value are just embarrassing. They need a man to pay the restaurant bill. I bet that man wouldn't have been there. She didn't even spend $400 between them because she can't afford it. But as Mr. Simp, he went to a girl's night out and ended up paying the price.
I feel like I'm about to ruffle some fucking feathers, but this needs to be said. In this economy, it is borderline unrealistic to expect your man to be able to pay for all of your bills. But he should be trying his fucking hardest to provide for you financially and otherwise. My boyfriend and I are both in our 20s. We live in Los Angeles, and as much as he tries, there is no possible way for this angel of mine to fully pay for all of our very expensive California ass bills. But he provides for me in a million other ways. He pays for all of our dates, every single one. He buys me flowers at least once a week. Every morning he is up before me, feeds our cats so that I don't have to get bothered, and has an iced coffee ready for me by the time I wake up. I've never once opened a door for myself in the whole time that we've been together. At this point, I don't even know how to drive a car anymore because he will take me everywhere I need to go. If I'm going out with my friends, he'll be my personal chauffeur because I am terrified of getting into an Uber alone. When we're at the gym, he will run and bring me whatever weights I need so that I don't have to lift a finger outside of my workout. And that extends to every part of my life. If he's around, he will bring me whatever I want or need so that I don't have to move or stop what I'm doing. A man is obsessed with me, lives to make me happy, and financially supports me within his means. There are so many impressionable girls out there watching these videos of women saying that a man is only a man if he pays all of your bills, and that is just not the case. I've known many men who will pay for everything but then turn around and treat their woman like shit in every other way. That is not a man. That is an angry fucking wallet. Having a partner financially support you is a privilege. And I'm honestly thrilled for the girlies that get to experience that, but at the end of the day, that's just not a possible reality for everyone. Point is, financial support is not the only thing that equates to a good partner, and you do not need to break up with your man because someone on the internet told you to.
More than describing a good partner, it seemed like he was talking about a servant, or am I the only one who thinks that way? This man is applying the recipe for failure. Men who provide too much comfort to women do not generate any excitement. These are the men who bore women, the ones who deceive and mistreat the most. This woman ended up describing a servant who, since he can't provide with money, does so by performing acts of service. Now I wonder, what does she bring to the table? Because I didn't see her saying, I do something for him. This is the worst mistake a man can make, because this woman, tomorrow, when you're not killing yourself to make her happy in every way, will leave you because she doesn't feel a genuine attraction for you. She only feels that you make her life easier. In other words, this guy is a provider simp who idolizes this woman. Brothers, the men who have done this are the ones who end up saying, forgive me, I made a mistake, it was just a moment of weakness. You are the best thing that ever happened to me. But they still get cheated on because Chad doesn't do any of this. Women are crazy about these men because Chad is not there to make your life easier in every way. He's just there to be her man. But you have to qualify yourself with me, brothers, don't be this kind of man. But before we continue, brothers, we want you to support us in our goal for the next few months to reach 50,000 subscribers. We want our family to keep growing. So please help us by subscribing and liking the video, since this helps YouTube recommend our content more. Don't forget to leave your comments. So please stay tuned, because this is where the video gets exciting.
I know you're new here. Welcome to the Bougie Bestie community. We do not offer to pay on the first date. We don't do the fake reach. We just look at them in the eyes as the check comes, and we say, thank you for inviting me. And if he is acting weird, you can ask him, do you need help with that?
Her gold-digging friends, brothers, that fantasy of finding a woman who pays for a meal. I recommend you keep that on the back burner until you're living together, as it might happen once in a lifetime. Modern women have an idea of what a high-value man is, which seems more like they're describing a slave or servant. It's like the video in the intro, high-value women expect a man to pay all their bills. You hear them saying, I won't settle for less than I'm worth. That's why we see many of them hitting the wall when they reach their 30s. We all know the wall doesn't spare anyone. Now I'm aware that life is about action and results. If you want the best results, you must take the best actions. You won't invite a woman you're not interested in. And, like in the movie Hitch with Will Smith, a man with a good strategy can win over any woman. If you're a man accustomed to dining in nice restaurants, taking a girl to a place you frequent scores points, apart from showing your purchasing power. You know how much a meal can cost. I usually recommend paying for the first date, but always go to places where you can enjoy the date, or where you can have a conversation with the woman, like a coffee date. What I don't recommend is taking a woman who isn't genuinely interested in you to an overly expensive place just to impress her, because you won't get the results you're hoping for. First dates are for getting to know each other, so always devise the best strategy that works for you. Remember, you set the rules of the game.
When a man asks you what you bring to the table as a woman, he revealed himself as a low-quality man. I repeat, low-quality man. Let me share this story. I've been on a few dates with this guy who's a very successful doctor in the UK. He always planned ahead. Every single time we go out, he would bring me a gift. And there was a time that he was super busy helping his mom deal with family stuff. I know that he was quite stressed, so I asked him, is there anything that I can do to help to make your life easier? You know what he said? Dear, don't worry about it. Your company alone is enough. And that's exactly what a high quality man would have said. Women are never expected to bring anything to the table apart from their love, care, nurture, and presence. If a man asks you what you bring to the table, it's because he needs help paying his bills. So my advice for that? Run, girlfriend, run. Follow me for more dating advice.
Or simply reply like this: because he knows your personality, he knows you won't lift a finger for him, because if you know he's going through a tough time, you could do more than just offering to help, expecting him to assign you a task. You could have said, when do you have some free time? I'll prepare a meal for you to de-stress, or tell him, I'm nearby. Can I come over and help you with some things so you can rest? He only said that because, as you mentioned, every date was well planned, and he brought you gifts. In other words, he was buying your interest, and you weren't inclined to help. You were just asking why he hasn't invited you to anything yet, expecting the next gift. Because as you offer your presents, you could have gone to give it and use your two hands to do something for him. A woman will describe you as a low-value man when you need her because, according to her idea of a high-value man, you give, and she receives, nothing more. That's why every time I hear a woman describe a high-value man, it seems like they're describing more of a father, a servant, or a slave. We're not here to cater to any woman, brothers. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. Is what happened to this man at the restaurant deserved or not? Who do you think should pay for the first date? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.